Salute to everybody. This is your boy King Jr. Got some more boxing news for y'all today on this Good Friday evening for me. So I'm going to keep this short. Freddy Roach, Hall of Fame trainer. You guys know how I feel about Freddy Roach. Sometimes he say good things about, well, he's keeping it. Sometimes he keeps it down the middle. Sometimes he doesn't. Says basically that Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford are both good fighters. He thinks Terrence Crawford is very versatile, very slick, very entertaining and dangerous fighter. He thinks Errol Spence Jr. is very, very fundamentally sound and dangerous as well. But he also says that Errol Spence Jr. is going to be in for a long night versus Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford, in his mind, Freddy Roach is basically saying Terrence Crawford is versatile, he's slick, he's dangerous, and he got power in both hands. He said this before anyway, and my opinion on it is I can't argue with Freddy Roach's opinion, because he might think Terrence Crawford is going to put Errol Spence for a very, very long night. So we'll see what happens. You know, in my opinion, I think Errol Spence Jr. is going to give a long, long night to Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford is not that same fighter from 140 pounds. He has slowed down as an aging superstar, in my opinion. People want to say, well, Floyd didn't slow down. Well, Floyd knew what to change up. Yes, Floyd did lost some abilities that were very hard to see. Floyd lost his knockout power because he hurt his knuckles. Floyd was not super elusive like he was when he's younger, getting out of the way of punches that he used to get out of. Floyd had to start to slow down as an aging superstar as well. But by Floyd having such a high ring IQ and he knew styles very well, Floyd was the man at that age. And Terrence Crawford, not to take anything away from him, he's just not Floyd Mayweather. I've seen a lot of things in Terrence Crawford's game that has slowed down, in my personal opinion. I think that Terrence Crawford does not switch to orthodox to southpaw like he does at 140 pounds anymore. It's drastically, that has changed a lot. I do think that Terrence Crawford's knockout power is going to be exposed, because he's fighting a top-tier, high-level guy within Errol Spence Jr. that has got clearly rocked by Yordenis Ugas off a blind punch. And usually the punches that you don't see and surprise you, you get knocked out. And Errol Spence didn't get knocked out. So I hate to say that a lot of people discredit Errol Spence when he got hit with a punch that he didn't see, even though that was careless on Errol Spence Jr. part, that he didn't get knocked out. But people want to say, well, if that was Terrence Crawford, he would have knocked him out. You never know. Maybe if that was Terrence Crawford that hit Errol Spence, maybe Errol Spence might have taken that power a little bit different, because Errol Spence has a granite chin. Terrence Crawford don't have a granite chin. Errol Spence has never been dropped like Terrence Crawford has been dropped. He got dropped by Aegis Kavaliakis. Bad. Like, he got dropped bad. He got put on a knee. And you can tell he was hurt because Terrence Crawford's face lit up like a damn firecracker. So, in my opinion, I can respect Freddy Roach's opinion. If he thinks Terrence Crawford's going to win, shout out to Freddy Roach. Sometimes I like the stuff he says out of his mouth, sometimes I don't. You guys know how biased certain people get. But Freddy Roach wasn't biased. But I give Freddy Roach credit because Freddy Roach trained a legendary fighter within Manny Pacquiao, who I got a lot of respect for. But I didn't have a lot of respect for Manny Pacquiao fighting towards the end of his career, because Manny Pacquiao didn't have anything to prove anymore. He already fought all the best guys he needed to fight. He didn't have to fight Yordenis Ugas to prove that he was back. Pacquiao could have just retired. Everybody would have respected him. I respect him for being an 8th division champion. That's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, you know, Freddy Roach sees it as a long night for Spence. He thinks that Crawford's just going to be too physical with Errol Spence Jr. because of the dog reason. I don't think that's the case. I think Errol Spence has just as much dog as Terrence Crawford. Well, we're going to see how much dog Terrence Crawford's going to have when Errol Spence Jr. throws some punches that hurt. We're going to see how Terrence Crawford reacts to the punches that Errol Spence Jr. throws. And if Errol Spence Jr. hurts Terrence Crawford, we're going to see if Terrence Crawford is going to knock him out in a certain round. And I don't think that's going to happen because of the fundamentals of Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is not that careless on defense. He's very, very tight on his defense. And in my opinion, I think the only way for Terrence Crawford to win is he's going to have to run for 12 rounds. So don't be surprised if Errol hit him with some shit that he's not going to recover from, and he's running like Keith Thurman for 12 rounds. I'm just saying, that's my opinion. he might be running. Or if Terrence Crawford a man, he might have that dog. He might even get hurt even worse in the pocket. I'm telling you, Terrence Crawford right now, if you fight Errol Spence mid-range with that 74-inch arm reach you have, you fight him at Errol Spence range, you're going to get hurt very badly, sir. I'm sorry, but you're just not a good inside fighter like Errol Spence Jr. I have to say it. You're not a better inside fighter. I don't believe that you're going to throw as many body punches to Errol Spence as you're going to throw to him. And I can keep pointing out the details. I don't think your footwork is as good as you were at 140. That's how I feel. But I'm not going to keep this video too long. I just want to sum it up, basically saying Freddy Roach believes all in Terrence Crawford's ability. He just believes that Errol Spence is not going to be able to withstand the damage of Terrence Crawford. And that's all I really got to say, guys. You know, I ain't got too much to say on it. Hope you guys enjoy your Friday and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I see this fight as a 50-50 fight. But I think this fight's going to be a lot one-sided. I think a lot of people at this point is really doubting Errol Spence Jr., him and his ability. And I think that people is giving Terrence Crawford a little bit too much credit because people feel that Errol Spence is so basic, he's not going to have the pizzazz to beat Terrence Crawford. Well, all I'm going to say is people could keep thinking that, but Errol Spence Jr., like he said, he's going to be the one that's going to be big stepping on Terrence Crawford. We're going to see if Aquaman shows up, a.k.a. Terrence Crawford. But I think that big fish, that shark that Errol Spence is going to finish off Aquaman. So, with that being said, guys, it is what it is at the end of the day. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way in and on your way out. This is your boy, King Jr. We will be back with some more boxing news. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.